In the heart of the bustling metropolis of the north in Nigeria, West Africa, where towering skyscrapers cast long shadows over the city's lesser-known alleys, there lives a man known only as the Very Dark Man. His real name not lost to time and obscurity, replaced by the chilling epithet whispered among the city's wealthiest elite and fraudulent hungry-tasting influencers. The Very Dark Man is not your typical figure of an urban legend. He did not lurk in the shadows out of malice or madness, but out of a deep, consuming purpose. His origins are as murky as the midnight hour, but it is said that his purpose is thriving towards being the voice for the voiceless, a man gaining means and influence. His actions and words are criticized by some he trusts the most. His activist's approach for the common man's good is most times seen as an evil seed towards gaining self-acclaimed praises. He is most times called a controversial and biased activist. He has been called out for throwing his weight or 2 cents towards issues not worth talking about. Many say he has hate and bitterness against the growth of successful women and women at large. He has been to prison and almost lost everything. His wealth is of no substantial importance to him, his family, his identity is out of limelight. Consumed by despair, he vanishes from the public eye, only to re-emerge as something entirely different. His transformation was not just a change of appearance, but of essence. The Very Dark Man has become a specter of vengeance, a shadowy figure haunting the lives of those who had climbed to the top by stepping on the backs of the helpless. His presence is a constant reminder of their misdeeds, a phantom who thrived on their guilt and fear. The city's affluent, shady brands and influencers are his prey, each one a carefully selected target. He did not seek their lives. Instead, he infiltrated their dreams, turning their nights into a never-ending reel of horrors. The nightmares he wove were vivid and personalized, drawing from the deepest recesses of their guilty conscience. Sleep becomes a dreaded enemy, and the comfort of their lavish beds turned into prisons of torment. Stories circulated among the elite about the Very Dark Man's methods. Some claim he can manipulate stories with the touch of his cold hand, while others believe he possesses a relic that grants him power over the mind. His exact means remains a mystery, but the results are undeniable. Fraudulent brand influencer and brands find themselves on the brink of insanity, their once bright eyes now hollow and haunted. He started his activist's career by going after beauty product brands and influencers with no government-approved licenses. He described such vendors as ruthless and a deceitful business practice. Very Dark Man sees them as one whose amassing fortune was built on the sweats of the common by using lies on the people. The elite's nights became a waking nightmare. Desperation drove the city's elite to seek help. They hired private investigators, security experts, hoping to rid themselves of the Very Dark Man's curse. But he is always one step ahead, slipping through their grasp like smoke. The Very Dark Man has stood before judges to defend his truth. He is said to be a figure cloaked in darkness, his eyes gleaming with an otherworldly light. "You think you can imprison me?" he asked, his voice a low, resonant growl. "I am the embodiment of your guilt, the manifestation of your sins. You cannot escape what you have wrought." In a final act of defiance, he unleashes a torrent of nightmares upon the assembled group, each one tailored to their deepest fears. Every day that passes, the city's elite and shady dirty influencers lives in perpetual fear of the unknown, knowing that no amount of wealth or power could shield them from the Very Dark Man. He is a living nightmare, a dark avenger who thrives on the terror of those who had everything to lose. And as long as there were those who profited from the suffering of others, the Very Dark Man would continue to haunt their shadows, a relentless force of retribution in a world ruled by greed and corruption. Be careful, the Very Dark Man might have evidences against you. Thanks for watching this video. Please ensure to like, subscribe and comment what you think about this story. Bye for now.